The Negro League Baseball Museum focuses on all the Negro League teams, for Kansas City, the gem was the Monarchs. So it's nice to just be able to have a spotlight on them and who they were and what they were to the city. When a city loses an asset like a minor league baseball team, it really loses something valuable for the city. It makes our city much richer to have sports teams, and makes this a better community to be involved in. Our plan is to tell the Monarch story along our game, and to educate our fans on who the Monarchs were. This gives the museum and now the Monarchs an opportunity to really tell an incredible story for Kansas City, and create a community gathering place that in Wyandotte County that I think is going to be very exciting and very, very, a great venue for this summer. We were looking for opportunities, and one of the things we have developed is the Monarchs Youth Academy. Now we've just launched that, so it's kind of a fledgling organization, but it's really designed to promote youth baseball and softball, and then career development in the urban core, and primarily in Wyandotte County. I'll say, who would have predicted a pandemic that would have shut down baseball? And I certainly didn't. And then to go through that process, was painful and has been painful. But it did give me a minute to kind of think about what we were doing. And I'm so impressed with so many entrepreneurs who have weathered the COVID pandemic, and then pivoted out of that and to do really exciting things with their businesses. I guess our philosophy is really revolves around helping players get back to the MLB. So we're picking the best players, the hardest hitting players, that we can put together. They don't come to play for the Monarchs because of a big paycheck. They love the game, and they feel like they have an opportunity to play in the major leagues. Either a team. Well, one of the things that has happened recently is there's been a contraction in minor league baseball. So they went from 165 teams down to 120 teams. Because of that, there's a tremendous amount of talented players who, for one reason or another, didn't make a major league ball club, but they feel like they still have an opportunity, and we want to showcase their talents and help them get back there. We've already even so far this year have had two players called up, one to the Minnesota Twins. There's a scouting network, I guess, that we're tied into, and so our films get circulated to all the different MLB scouts, and they have eyes on certain players that they want to see how they're going to develop as they're playing for us, and if they feel like they develop to a place where they can really help a major league franchise, then they get pulled up. We're going to work with the Royals to jump on to really get out in front of the youth baseball market and really be active in a part of that. Not that there's not great youth baseball organizations, but the Royals really haven't been involved in one and really put their name on one, and we haven't either. And so that's something we really want to work together with the Monarchs, really focusing in Kansas City, Kansas, and the Kansas area, and the Royals, more in the Missouri area. They do have the Urban Youth Academy, which they've developed, and it's a great facility. We'd love to have a facility like that in Kansas City, Kansas, for our kids that are growing up in that area, to help help expose them and then develop them into baseball players and softball players. We're still going to have some fun things out there, and we're going to eat popcorn and peanuts and hot dogs. I mean, it's going to be a baseball game,